This is a ride we took last summer, August 2024, riding down the Devil's Canyon Road from the town of Kahlotus down to the Snake River Basin, then on to the junction of Highway 12 in Pasco. The first section of this ride, 6.4 miles in length, runs from the town of Kahlotus down through Devil's Canyon to the Snake River area.
Ooh, look at that canyon.
This is a great alternate route to keep you off of the highways and freeways. If you're traveling anywhere from like the Pasco, Kennewick area to Spokane, this is a great way to go. Devil's Canyon Road was not even paved until 1991.
So if there's a lower monumental...
You'll notice off to the side there, you can see the remnants of the old railroad. The Devil's Canyon Railroad was part of the Spokane, Portland, Seattle Railway, completed in 1908. This was the initial way grain was transported out of the area to market. In 1961, construction of the Lower Monumental Dam commenced and completed the construction in 1968. The dam made the lower portion of the Snake River navigable to tugboats and barges, facilitating shipping of grain downriver. Consequently, the railroad that traversed the northern end of the valley was closed down and dismantled a few years later. The rail line fell into disuse by 1987. In 1991, the Washington State Park System acquired the right-of-way and transformed it into the Columbia Plateau Trail, a 120-mile hiking and biking path. The trail follows the old railroad tracks, offering views of the Snake River Plateau and Devil's Canyon. The numerous train tunnels remain intact and are an integral part of the hiking trail, enhancing the trail's beauty and preserving the railway's history. You can see just up to the right-hand side of my screen, you can see that railroad bed above the road. Devil's Canyon Road was not a paved road until 1991. And then it was labeled State Route 263.
See if you can see where it pops out.
As you ride out of Devil's Canyon, the Snake River Basin opens up to a view of the monumental dam. The dam does create electricity, but its main intention was for water collection for irrigation and creating a navigable water channel for barge and tugboat traffic. In riding this particular route, consider this just an alternate route to avoid Highway 12 and Highway 395 as you transit either north to south or south to north. It's so off the beaten path that the road barely shows up on maps, and you have to scroll in to see the actual county roads. Once out of the canyon and riding along the Snake River, you'll come to the first community of Windust. And it's really nothing more than just a community. There's no amenities there. There's a county park, which provides you a restroom and water. But other than that, there's no amenities in the area. Kahlotus was settled by German immigrants imported into the area by the railroads to build the railroad in around the 1880s. The meaning of Kahlotus is uncertain. It's believed to be, by many, by the native tongue meaning hole in the ground. According to the 2010 census, there was 193 people living in Kahlotus, and this appears not to have changed much since in 1910, when the population was 132. From there, the road turns into Burr Canyon Road, paralleling the Snake River for about 4 miles before turning northward and winding back up into the Pasco Valley. This road is not a real curvy road, but it bypasses the major highways and brings in stunning views of the local farm area. The railroad was the initial way grain was transported out of the area to market. With the formation of the Monumental Dam, barge traffic was now a better option to move goods between the Snake River Basin and the Columbia River Valley. But at its peak, the railroad helped make the town of Kahlotus a thriving community. There were almost 20 saloons, a bank, a newspaper, several brothels, and other businesses that served the railroad workers. This route is mostly straight roads with some sweeping curves, revealing the beauty of the open rolling plains and gives a glimpse into the farming life of the southeastern Washington State Plateau. About 3/4 of the way through the ride, we're passing the Star School District 54. This building was built in the 1920s. It has a grand total of 2 classrooms and 2 teachers, running grades from K through 6. Looking at the data for the school, I found that in 2023 to 2024 school period, there were 0 students. The previous year of 22 to 23, 6, and 21 to 22, 13 students. The full ride from Kahlotus to Highway 12 Pasco Junction is a total of 46 miles and takes about 55 minutes, and that's without stops. As you get closer to the Columbia River Basin, the land becomes much greener due to the Columbia River irrigation system. The types of crops also change, from wheat to more corn, hops, and of course, fruit orchards. The road conditions are what I would call average. This is not a motorcycle dream ride full of curvy turns, but the road surface was good. At the time we rode it, there were no potholes to dodge, there were no tar snakes to slip on, and no summertime chip sealing operations. It's basically your typical county road, well maintained. In a rating of a technical ride, I'd put this about a 2. Most of the road stretches are straight with just a few easy sweeping curves. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned of a new route. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next ride.